Hello there. Yes. So for the new people watching my streams, so I'm Godot. I'm usually the programmer in our very small indie game group. So you have a small studio developing games, and there is a tradition of mine presenting an indie game before we start our stream. So for today I'm going to present Hyperlight Drifter. It's a favorite of mine. It's a very nice game, released 2016 by Art Machine, another indie development studio. The art is great, it's very great. The gameplay is awesome. It's a very nice game. Let's just call it a Souls game for 2D, if you will. It's an RPG action play. Very great game. You can get it on Steam and other stores. And you can also get the OST soundtrack also. I believe the Epic Game Store offered it as a free game a few months ago. Few months? It's actually been past years, maybe. So some time ago, it has offered this game. I got this game on Epic as free, and I also have paid for it on Humble Bundle Store. That's how I got the game in the first place. So let's just start the soundtrack. Checking the levels. Checking the levels. Yeah, it's a great soundtrack. Let's just see if it's not too low of a volume. Yeah, the start of this soundtrack is very chill, but it starts moving on forward. There you go. Chillest soundtrack for the chillest programmer. So the soundtrack is Gucci. It's Gucci. There you go. That is my recommendation for you if you haven't played Hyperlight Drifter. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good game. So let's just start with development, shall we? Let's close Edge, because I only use it to show games on stream, not to leak any personal information. There you go. So this is our game, Eksauria. Let's start from where we have end up the previous stream and show some new features as well. So let's just hit play. As we can see, our enemies are patrolling now, all of them. So that's great news. But there is a new feature, and it's a new feature that we are going to work today. So, we have our combat system working right. Let's just see if you see something new. Yes, we now have damage indicators. Yes, we have damage indicators. So today we are going to increment and change some of these damage indicators. We are going to make them work properly, let's just say. So we have damage indicators only for damage. And we are going to add some indicators for mana and stamina. So when the player rests or does drain mana from the enemies, it's going to gain that back. And also change the health, the HP indicators for the proper colors, let's just say. So let's do that, shall we? By first change the damage indicators. So I have done these indicators using a node. Yes, adding the plus and minus sign, of course. That's what I'm going to do right shortly after showing how I have done the indicators. So the indicator work for the player and also for the enemies. It is the same node. You can see inside the player we have the HP indicator in here, and if we access one of the enemies, for example the imp, we can also see the imp as one HP indicator. So the HP indicator has an animation player, and this animation player has different animations. So we have the HP damage, we have the HP potion. We can also change this on the fly, the little animation, because when the player or the enemy gets damaged, there is an animation plate, so the value goes up and then fades out. Something similar for the damage goes up and fades out, with the exception of the colors, of course. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is change the text, because we have a label in here. This label is showing a number, and the thing that we are going to change is adding a plus sign or a minus sign. That's what we are going to do. And to do that, we need to code in the specific point when we apply that animation, when we start the animation itself, and that is somewhere player controller, go up in here. So we have the AI controller, combat, and player controller. There you go. So down there, the damage is somewhere in here. There you go. We have the part that plays that small animation. And so as you can see, we are adding a string which is converting the damage values into which is an integer to round them up, to not have decimal values, only integers, and then gets that integer to a string and shows that. Thing that we just need to do, come on, add that. It's adding, because it's the damage, a minus sign plus this integer. And of course this is not value like that. Of course, of course it isn't. Come on. Do you work like this? Maybe. You're not complaining. Yes, 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 yes. Great. So we are adding this string. Yes, this is a string plus another string. And now the damage value should appear negative. Now positive, when we get some HP back. That's on the player controller, because yeah, things around the code as usual. Please do everything in the same place and not around in different scripts. Do as I say, not as I do. This is not good programming practice, but oh well, it works. And somewhere in this code, of course I haven't commented everything, so it's somewhere around here. So use HP potions, there we go. We have the value that shows on the HP indicator, which is going to show the HP added by the health potion. Now that value will show the HP that is adding from the potion itself and not the correct value. So the HP potions right now, I believe it's giving 20 HP back or something like that. And let's just say if we have our HP bar almost full, we are not gonna gain 20 HP. We are going to gain a little bit less. And for that we are going to need to do some checks to see if the HP is full or not. We are doing that in here. So if the HP is more than the max HP, then HP equals to max HP. So we are going to do some quick maths. Let's just see if this is bigger than that, which means it's going to get a value, and then we can get an integer to remove that amount, update this string, and show the animation. Yeah, so let's just do that. First off, I'm going to update this to be updated after the HP application, because good practice, first you do the logic and then you show it to the player, updating the health bar, updating the update HP potion amount, so on and so forth. Now in here is the logic that applies HP to the player. But the thing that we can get from here, it's a modifier. So we are going to create an integer in here. So int modifier, and because it's inside this function, it's not gonna affect other things, and it can be 0. Of course, I mean GD script, so var, of course. That's what happens when you are used to programming other language. And this week I was programming in a lot of other language, C-based language like C# and so on. Let's get back to GD script. So I've created a variable, call it modifier with a 0 value, and I'm checking if the HP is bigger than the max HP, and if it is, then the HP will be equals to the max HP. But before that, I can see the difference. So I can check if I can make the modifier be equals to the difference between the max HP and the HP itself. So I can get parent, so parent, and then I get the HP, and I subtract the max HP, and I get this modifier, which is be the excess of HP that the player is going to have. And that excess of HP, I just need to subtract that. So I'm going inside this integer, and I'm going to subtract with the modifier. And then I just need to add another string in here, which is the plus sign, and then add this plus sign to my new string, and that should be almost done. Of course, I'm not gonna test it right now. I'm going to change the color. So get parents HP. I feel like that's a Harry Potter reference. Yeah. Well, there's a reason he survived. The one who survived. So, getting back to the animation. So we are going to have specific colors for their indicators. We have the HP damage, which is red. We are going to have the HP potion, which is green. And I wanted to keep red because the green one will be specific for the stamina change. So the green one will be changed to the same values as the red, and I'm going to get exactly the same color. So please copy this color, go to the HP potion and paste this color to be the same. You didn't copy. Come on. Come on. There you go. Red. So let's save it. Let's play it. Of course, now it's doing this. And I need to change this self-modulate to having no opacity. And save. There you go. Now it's hidden, right, and we can play it. Now it's hidden from the start, because when we update the animations, it will apply again the color on the start of the animation, and then it will gradually fade out in the end. So let's just check it if it's working properly. So let's attack an enemy, get damage, there you go, minus 10. Let's use a health potion, plus 20. Minus 5, let's use another potion, we should only gain 5 HP. There you go. It's working, ladies and gentlemen, it's working. Let's just try to get 15, of course it got 20. Of course there's again 20, come on, do a 5, there you go. I wanted to have a 15 recovery. So let's just try. Okay, but it's working. We can see that it's gaining the correct amount. So great, awesome. The thing that we are going to do is also add mana and stamina indicators. So now, having this call HP indicator, it's not the correct name. Let's just try to edit this name in here. So rename, instead of being HP indicator, will be indicators, plural. Rename, and of course by renaming it, it's now another resource is loaded from the path, prefab indicators. Of course it's now not liking this too much. Let's just save the indicators. HP indicator will be renamed to indicators, of course indicator, because it's just one. Close this. This is just indicators. I will leave it like that, because if I mess that up it's going to change in here and I don't wanna. Let's just say it's still working, so great. Come on. A 15, there you go. It's working. It's what matters. Working properly. So, maybe the health gain, it could be green. Yes, it could be green. That's what I was using before. The green color for the HP recovering. But because I'm going to use the green to symbolize the gain of stamina back, because it's played in the future. Maybe we shall see when the player has some stamina potions to drink and to recover some stamina, then it will recover that stamina back and it should appear those indicators. For now, the only way to recover stamina is to skip a turn, and that way it will show that modifier. The same thing will happen to the mana. So the mana, it's blue. When the player drains the enemy's mana back, it will add some mana on the mana bar, showing also the indicator in the color blue, of course. But to do that, first off, we need to create those animations. So you have your HP damage, HP potion. I'm going to create a new one. So animation. How I create a new one? Maybe this new animation. And I'm calling it stamina. Maybe I call it potion, but there is a skip turn that also gains stamina. ST gain or stamina gain. There you go. I'm calling HP damage. Okay, SP because it's stamina points. SP gain, and the SP gain will be very similar to the HP potion or the HP damage. We'll have indicators on erect position, modulate for applying the transparency, and self-modulate to apply some color. So let's just add those properties. I want a property tag. I will select the indicator. Indicator selected, and now I can choose. And I want, let's just see, rect position. Yes, rect position. The position. And now I'm moving the position from 50 to 75. Let's do the same. Insert a key, insert another key, from 50 to 75. There we go. And it's on roughly half, so 0.5. There you go. Now we want another property on indicator. This property will be the modulate, so we can change the opacity. We can also change the color on modulate, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm do it in the self modulate, so we can separate the change in transparency at the same time as the color, having different parameters. And so there is the first one, which is translucent. Let's apply some opacity. Then let's insert another with full opacity again. And then in the end, at the 1 second mark, then we'll apply it translucent. And in the end, we'll add the self-modulate. Insert a key on the start of the animation. So the self-modulate, and we can change this from red to a greenish color. There you go, greenish color. So if we zoom it, we can see the animation play. So, going back to our scripting, in the script I'm going to copy this code, because of course I am. And where is the skip turn? Skip turn is somewhere around the action skip turn. There you go, I have found it. There is the skip turn. There is skip turn. It's changed the haste, the turn, the SP to the game data stamina skip. Well. Stamina changes. Let's just check the player and see that code. Where is it? Stamina changes. Of course I'm doing this checking in here. Of course I am. Why though? Why didn't I do it exactly like the HP in here? Well, anyway, I'm not in a mood to put that in the same place, so that is a skip version in here, which is great, it's awesome. I can do it though in here. I can do it in here. I can update the animation in here. So we are still accessing the HP indicator because I didn't bother changing this name. The thing that I'm doing different is the modifier. So yes, of course, we need another modifier. So var modifier equals to 0. There we go. And now, what we are going to change. First off, it's the animation we are playing. So the SP gain. So stop through 60 SP gain. Now we need to calculate the SP. Going back to the combat controller, I'm going to get this because I need to know how much stamina we are gaining by skipping a turn. And this will be updated in here. Now we can update the minus. Should we have the plus sign or not? Because we are not going to show when the player loses stamina by doing some actions. Otherwise it will be bothersome by just running, which is going to spend some stamina points when the player is resting on the map without combat. There is that problem, so maybe it's a problem for future Godot. So present Godot will not bother on the plus or minus sign on the stamina. There you go. For now, we are just gonna show some gain in here, or maybe just for consistency, it's just going to have a plus sign because it's gaining some stamina points. So there you go, there's a plus sign. So it's converting into a string, the amount of stamina that it's gaining, minus the modifier. So the modifier will be very similar to what we have done with the HP potions. So we are going to get the modifier to be equals to the stamina points minus the max stamina points. And that should apply exactly what we want. Of course, because I messed up with the indicator, it has updated self-modulate, which is to be translucent. There you go. Poor future you. Yeah. I'm not pity for future me, so he can deal with that. Let's just spend some. I was going to spend some stamina, but the game crashed. The game has crashed. Why did you crash? Why you are doing this to me? Node not found. HP indicator. Oh no, not a crash. Yeah. Imagine programming without crashes. Of course, the game has crashed. Well, the player still has the HP indicator. Still has an HP indicator. In code, I mean the player controller, so the player controller has an HP indicator. Why didn't have you found that? Let's just test the damage to see if that's working or not. Now the entire Godot crashed. Great! Awesome! We are up to a great start. Okay, let's try again. So let's open the project again. Let's just see something that appears in here. So we have an error when you start the game. So format text. Let's just do the right thing and ignore that we have seen this error. Cute background, thank you. I have a ton of backgrounds of indie games that I have played previously. So now we still have the player. It's still called HP indicator. Let's just reorganize the scripts again. So player controller, combat controller, AI controller. So player controller. Come on. Let's crash it again. Of course I have crashed it again. Of course I have crashed it again. Because I didn't fix anything. So I have thought the good old restart would fix something. It didn't. Of course it didn't. So yeah, there is a problem in my code. Hopefully. I have something in mind that may fix it, the problem, may fix it, maybe not. And the thing that I'm going to do is going to the prefabs folder. Yes, I'm previously a Unity programmer and I have the prefab concepts. So we have the HP indicator, right? We have the indicators. Now we have the HP indicator plus the indicator. Indicators. I might have found the issue. So let's just delete this HP indicator because it's doing nothing in here. We want the indicator. Of course I'm gonna save it. And of course it's going to crash because all the enemies now has the HP indicator and not the indicator itself. So let's just open every single enemy that we have on scene too. So the hound, the white and the ogre. And of course I'm going to change every single one because again I'm having extra work by being lazy. I didn't create an enemy template. I didn't have an enemy template, and because I didn't have that, I need to update in every single enemy and not just in a single template. So should I create a new template to fix that? A work for future me too. Yes, work smart, not hard. Well, I'm going to work hard and not smart. As usual. So let's delete that. Let's update that. Go away. Let's update that to have the new name. Go away. Update that. Not inside. There you go. And you go away. And every single enemy now hopefully also has this problem fixed like the player. And now it's just a logic thing. Future P is going to hate me. Of course he is going to hate me. Well, I actually hate my past self. Because he didn't make that stupid enemy template and now I am having this extra work. But hey, future me can deal with that. So, going back to the code. AI controller has something around somewhere. There you go. It's not HP indicator, it's just indicator. Indicator, please, indicator. There you go. Hopefully every single enemy use this script, so no more work on this side. Now, we have work on the combat controller. There you go. Let's just delete this HP. There it is. So, should I get something different in here or not? So I have this in here and I can put this in there to be the same as the stamina. So stamina is this in here. It's not applying the HP itself, it's just showing it. Stamina change. Yes, I'm going for being somewhat equal, let's just say. To have the same code in the same places, I'm going to do something in here. So modifier, it's going to go here. And this code applies HP to our character, right? And by applying the HP to our character, it's going to call the health changer. Now, all of this code, it's going to go away, and it's going to go away and be presented in here. There you go. Of course, the indentation is all bugged up, so let's just do a quick fix of that. There we go, and check if everything is okay. So HP potion, there you go. Get parent, it's not get parent, now it's directly in here. So even less words in our code. And now we have a very similar code for the health change and stamina change. Yay! So in here check for max HP, max SP, applies the correct values, shows the indicator. Of course I still have the HP indicator in here to break my game. So let's just fix that. 6 viewers, hello there, and welcome to our stream. When we see Godot projects crash mid testing, so yay! I'm having too much fun. Now, because the HP indicator is inside combat, of course it is. Of course it is. Let's just delete this and copy this to there. So, not very thing for coding, but not pretty, not good, but hopefully working. It didn't crash! Yay! Didn't crash. Now, get over here. Let's do some combat. Heavy attack. Okay. Okay, let's do it again. Why we are getting every single time 69 stamina points? Also nice. We are getting 69 stamina points. Nice, nice. Okay, okay. Now, of course, we have a logic problem in here. Okay, now I understand what's happening. So when we change the stamina points, probably in combat controller, every single time a turn has passed, the player is going to rest a little bit. Somewhere, skip a turn in here, but it's not in here too. This is to get minus stamina points, which is going to, of course, it's going to call that again when the player attacks. So let's just do the opposite, shall we? Let's go back in here. So we are still applying on the indicators, and in here we are still applying on the combat indicators because we can. Now, this in here, on the other hand, it's going to go to a different place. You are going to go when we apply stamina on our character, which is in here. So in here we are applying a new stamina point value. Of course this will do problems to my code, so let's just go back. Of course it will apply some problems. Let's just delete this, let's just delete this, and let's just delete this. There you go. More spaghetti code. Let's apply it here. Still in here, still in here, still in here, still in here. Now, let's just delete HP values because we have changed it to indicator. We have the plus sign. We have stamina skip modifier, which is this modifier, which is this modifier. This it's not gonna work because it's on parents. So let's just get parent. So get parent stamina. Which is always depleted. If you know our parents, they are always tired. Get parents SP bigger than max XP. This is doing on previous on inside stamina changed, so there's no useful thing to be doing in here. The only difference is this code, so copy pasta as usual, some copy pasta. Let's change this signal to a minus. Beepity boppity, and it is gonna work. Yay! Maybe, hopefully. it's working. I believe it is. I will have a spaghetti code with URL sauce. Yes, yes, yes you will. Yes you will. And of course it's showing the +0. But it's working. It's only showing the plus SP when we skip a turn. Why is it growing +0? Well, it's because it's doing the same gain SP, right? So it's scaling the animation as well. A thing that we could also do is that if this value is 0, then if this value is 0 or the modifier is equals to this, which is even better, because why not? Why not? Yeah, why not? That's also good. So, if this equals to this, because it's easier to copy than to do more work. Let's just do this. So, if the modifier equals to this, let's just say if it's not equal, because it's when this is different than this, it's going to show some value. And I'm doing something wrong, maybe? No, I haven't. No, I am not. No, I'm not. So, I believe we have SP, max SP. Let's just do a skip turn. Let's just do a skip turn again. +15, there you go. Let's do a skip turn again. There is no +0. There you go. Awesome. When in doubt, put an if in here. Yes. More spaghetti code. In the end, when I'm optimizing the game, fixing bugs, cleaning this code, I'm gonna hate myself. Anyway, it's working. Yay! Working. Just make it all ifs and elses. Well, a game could work like that. Yes, we could create a game with only ifs and elses. That could be fine though, to do some video for YouTube. That could be really fun. But yeah, when in doubt, ifs and else. There you go. It's working. It's all that matters. Not crashing. So yeah, next step is to do the same thing that we have done for the stamina points to the mana points. Minimal programming for games. Well, it's easy to understand too, so teaching someone how to make a game not the right way, well, you can even teach an artist how to create a game with ifs and else. Yes, it also will give someone a breakdown, especially when we have a very train of ifs and elses instead of using a switch case. That will hurt someone's brain. Yeah. Let's just moving on, shall we? So we have SP gain. Let's just do a mana gain. Mana gain. main again, main again. In the main again. Let's just do the same thing that we have done for the SP gain, which is going to be on indicator, of course, rect position, insert a key value, and insert a key value on 0.5 with the Y value updated to -75, and it should apply a simple animation. Now opacity, we are going to add an opacity by using the what it's called, it's the modulate. There you go. Add a key, add another key, and another key, and the last key will be the alpha to 0. There you go. Somewhat around in here. And the last thing, which is the color, indicator again, self modulate, insert a key, and the color, let's just using a bluish hue, some bluish, maybe like that. And because we have updated the color, of course, it's not the self, it is this one. There you go. Of course, the modulate also has resetted itself. Now, we should create the code to update the drain to show our mana gain. So I feel that could be a challenge, like a programming challenge. You can only use if and else's, and you got to make something functional. That will be a very interesting challenge. Yes, it would work. It will definitely work. The code will be just a pain to read, and every single experienced programmer, so any senior programmer, will want to burn me in the stake, but yes, it will be a fun challenge. So, where I'm doing the drain. Now, quick attack, heavy attack, drain. There you go, we have the drain. And the drain, it's simply just put the mana points on max. Of course it is. Of course it is. Well, easier for us. Let's just do a copy pasta of something like this. Maybe. Yeah, something like this, of course. Something like this. I'm not gonna have a modifier, so I don't need it. And MP minus max MP. No, there is a problem in here. There is a problem in here, which is, first off, no modifiers. No need for this crap in here, no need for it. Is if however will be needed for this. So I'm gonna see if the MP is different from the max MP, and if it is different, then it will show the difference from max MP. So max MP, which is maximum, minus the current MP, and we should get exactly the amount of MP that the player is gaining, which is good. And then we updated the max MP, the MP to be equals to the max MP. Only then. And then we updated the mana change and everything else. so on and so forth. So let's just see if it's working properly. So we have somewhat 60% maybe. Let's just test it. Of course it's green. Of course I didn't update the values because I'm just like that. It's called MP gain. It's called, man, of course it's not MP gain. Of course it isn't. Can I rename it? I can't rename it. I can rename it in code, however. Yay for consistency. So let's just use an heavy attack to spend some mana points. There you go. Let's just drain again. 20. There you go. Let's just do some combat to spend a lot of mana. Skip a turn. 69. Why you are always gaining 65 when 69 when I skip a turn? It is, right? Let's just see. No, it isn't. Oh, I understand now. When we skip a turn, we always gain 69 stamina points. Of course we gain. Of course we gain. Nice. Very nice. Actually, this was a value in previous streams that I have applied. And it was a suggestion from chat. So thank you. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Nice. Let's just keep the combat. Let's just gain some HP. Plus, of course. Let's just do some skip turn. Let's just do an heavy attack because I need to spend all my mana points. There you go. Spend more mana points. Spend even more. Now it's bottom at 0. We can now see the damage will be very different on the enemy because I don't have mana. So let's just skip a turn. And let's attack again with an heavy attack, which is 5 instead of 7 and 2 instead of 3. Let's just now drain, and we should have a plus 100. 120. 120. My values on the Eksauria sword. Let's just check very fast our JSON data, which is data and maybe game data. Game data should have that. Wait, why I don't have Sublime text? I have Sublime text. Why JSON has lost the application that I used to open with? Anyway, whatever. So Sublime text, let's just open that. Of course it's already open. Now, somewhere in here I have my Eksauria. Of course I have durability, element, heavy, the current mana. Do I have some defaults, however? So this is the save game. I don't want that. I want game data and the max mana, max MP. Max MP is 100. The max MP is 100, but level is 0. What is my Eksauria level in the same data? So where is it? Somewhere around in here, probably at the end. So okay, Eksauria, come on, don't do that. So around in here we have the dots, specials, whatever, level 0. 0. And max MP is 100. Let's just do something. Let's just do something in the save data to easily test our code. So when we start the game, I want the MP from our Eksauria to be 0. Yes. Save that. Let's go back to Godot, play again. Jason has betrayed you. Yes, it's betraying me. Plus 100. Now it is 100. Now it is 100. Why it is 100? And before was 120. Oh. I have found a bug? I have found a bug. There is another bug in here, a hidden bug, which is when we spend mana, it doesn't reset in 0, and probably that we didn't have that same bug when we spend SP points, because we always need some SP points to perform the action. So that bug never appeared because we don't have a debuff or something that takes out the stamina points from Scarlet, but we have minus mana points, which is annoying. And I was lying because we have something that takes out stamina points, which is the heavy attack, so the stamina points also goes to 0 and below 0. Alright, so yes, we have that bug both ways. So 0, it doesn't matter because we are fixing that in here, so if the HP is below 0, it will become 0. So yeah, we have that in here, but we don't have that in stamina or mana change, and that's our problem. An easy fix to do, it's just simply doing this. If SP is below or equals to 0, then SP equals to 0. The same thing for mana. So if MP is below or equals to 0, then MP equals 0. There you go. A bug is fixed. You have fixed this bug. Nice. Nice. Done. A bug in a video game? Well, it's very common nowadays, so sadly, it is true. Jason is evil, Luke Skywalker, confirmed. Well. There was some theories that Luke, the new Luke, let's not talk about that, the Disney Luke, it's not evil, either good, so yeah. Let's just stay away from those theories, because I'm sad. I personally don't like the new Star Wars, so yeah. It is a shame, it is a shame. Now, it is a hot take, yes it is. Yes it is. But it's not cancel controversy, so we are good. Yay! General Kenobi, it's same, yay! At least the Kenobi is with me. Thank you. Prequels forever. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So, it's probably working right now, so let's just do some testing. If I do an heavy attack with 0 mana, it should put me in negative mana, but if I do the drain, plus 100. Yay! Working right now as intended. Yay! So, all the indicators are fixed and working. Awesome. Very, very awesome. Very, very, very awesome. For how much are we streaming? Over an hour and a quarter. Should we start implementing another thing? Or for variety, should we end up the stream without any bug? What I have to implement next? What I have to implement next? So my next task was to create something else, which we can leave it for Future Godot. Future Godot can do that. Yes, we are going to see more right now. I'm not gonna end up like this because I'm going to test different things. So before we wrap up this stream, I'm going to do something else, which is testing if this is working properly in other enemies, shall we? So I'm going to drain, let's go, let's just test our game. There has been a long time since I have done some combat with another enemies, so let's just test it to see if that's working properly. There we go. So let's do a skip turn and miss a parry because I'm just like that. I can do a perfect run on my game. Of course I can't. No, I'm low on stamina, so let's just parry. Let's just do an heavy attack on him, parry. Let's skip a turn, a parry again, and then an heavy attack on him, and a drain, and a parry, and I can do an heavy attack because he's stunned, and now I do a skip turn to do a parry. There you go. Heavy attack again, parry, skip turn, drain, parry again, heavy attack, and he's dead. And we have got some coins out of it, some gems. We only have one gem. We got the bug. We got the secret bug. Of course we will see another bug before we end the stream. Of course we would. So for those who didn't notice what has happened, so our game is programmed to give a certain loot for enemies. So we have 2 slots of coins and only 1 gem, right? I know it's a bug because I know how my spaghetti code works. So let's just go to the enemy data and look at Imp. So the Imp has drop items, and when the Imp is going to drop items, he's going always drop fire gem and gold. He's always going to do that. Always. Every single time he's going to drop at least 1 fire gem and some gold. The problem is, in our drop slot, in the drop window, we only got 1 gem and 2 slots of gold. Well, we have fought 2 imps, so we should have 2 slots of gold and 2 slots of gems, at least 1 to 2 gems, which is the drops of our imp. And we didn't have that. We didn't got that. We only got 1 gem. That is happening because the code is selecting a random place in our window, which is behind an array, a random position. It's putting the drop in that position, and then when he got to the second drop, is actually doing the same. So the probability of doing that is like 10, 20, 30. It's 1 in 30. So this bug will happen 1 in 30 per drop. So if we got 4 drops, it's going to do... Let's just check that. So drop 4, it's maths. I'm not gonna do that because, yeah, it's math. But the probability is going to lower the amount of enemies we are fighting. So the probability of our item, our drop item, is replaced by another. The more enemies we fought at the same time, the probability of doing that is going to be higher. So we have that bug. I was expecting that bug to happen. I didn't expect to see that bug happen literally on stream. So yeah. Content, my friends, content. So that was fun. We have got something on stream. So let's just fight this gnome. Wait a second. Why am not having the... Why I'm not having the parry prompt? And I'm only getting 2 damage on him. The parry feature, so is using lightning. If I have a nice Eksauria, I can't parry him. Let's just check our save data. Where is my Eksauria, which is in here? And I have the element ice. Ladies and gentlemen, a simple gnome may kill me. Please don't kill me, it's going to be a hard fight, and I don't have a way to change my Eksauria to another element mid-game. Oh well, this is going to be a hard fight. At least I have 8 health potions. Let's just see if I survive in that. Oof, 10 HP. Come on, don't kill me, please. Don't kill me, please. Don't kill me, please. Just do... Let's just use an health potion because yes. Of course the health potion only gives 20 HP. Of course it is. How much HP do you have? Please have low HP. And of course I didn't drain. Of course I didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, I might die in this combat. I don't have enough potions for this. I'm not gonna have enough HP, and I'm not doing any damage to him. It's just scratch, I'm just barely scratching him. Oh well. Come on, man. Come on. Just die already. No HP potions right now. Now we are just relying on luck. Come on. I'm going to die in here. There's no way I'm gonna kill him. I kill him! Yes! I survived. I survived the combat. I have survived. And now I only have some HP to combat the rest. So of course I'm not gonna survive. Of course I'm not gonna survive. But I now can fight him. And of course I didn't have haste, so I get damage right away. Doesn't matter. As long as I parry. I didn't miss a parry. Let's just never miss a parry. Let's just never miss a parry, please. Never miss a parry. Never miss a parry. I have you that. Yes. Skip turn. Parry. Heavy attack. I didn't have enough. Drain. Parry. Skip turn. Parry. That was a quick attack. Heavy attack. Parry. Skip turn. Parry. Heavy attack. Parry. There you go. Come on. Skip. He's not getting stunned because he has a fast boy. Or because I'm using... Why is he not getting stunned? Why is he not getting stunned? On the parries, I don't have problems in here. Why is he not getting stunned? Why is he not getting stunned? Because I'm hitting the parry. So I'm hitting the parry. Game manager. So I'm hitting the parry. It's parry, yes. Why are you not stunning the enemy? That's the question. That's the question. Parry can't, parry, successful, visible, I press enter, I have hit the enemy, and durability, blah blah blah, durability parry, okay, whatever. And the XP is changed, stamina changed, play parry, yes. I have hit the parry though. And if the enemy is parry hit, there you go, somewhere around, but yes, it's parry, it's true, parry hit true, it should play the parry thing on the enemy's turn. So combat controller, I'm going to the end of turn, I'm going to check the enemy stuff, parry hit, there you go. Oh, I understand now. Element checker, I understand now. So, the element also affects the parry, so we need to have a stronger element to have a parry. Okay. There is not only a modifier, there is also the stunning effect. We should have a stronger element to provoke a stun effect. Well, it is what it is. So we are not gonna see a parry in this guy. And any other. I don't have any fire enemies on display, but we can try killing it. We can try killing it. Let's just try killing it. I don't have drain. Also, that makes sense because you can't parry a stronger element. We can parry an equal level element, and you will parry and stun if your element is stronger. There you go. It also makes sense. There you go. He's dead. I don't need these drops. So there is the big boy that I'm definitely maybe gonna die in him. Maybe not. There is a frost boy down there. I don't care. The dwarf is just an NPC. He's gonna attack. He's gonna attack. When you are going to attack. Come on, attack. There you go. I know it. And the game is crashed. The game crashed. Why the game crashed? Why did you crash on Ogre? Oh, I understand now. Because past Godot didn't apply the status effect on Ogre, and because past Godot didn't create the enemy's template, so he didn't have to copy that status effect or indicators or whatever in all enemies. So I kinda hate past Godot, and I'm going to leave this work for future Godot. There is another bug, so we end the stream with a ton of bugs to be fixed, as always, of course, keeping the tradition. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed our stream. So I'm gonna ask for our beautiful moderators to share our links on the chat. So please visit our website. Yes, we have a website. It's still under construction, but we have it, which is ugs.pt, which is the Portuguese handle for websites. Different .com because .com handle was very expensive and we don't have money. So if you want to support us, please support us on Ko-Fi. But if you don't have money to give, of course, you can support us in very different ways, like follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and if you want to see our next stream, give us a follow on Twitch. You can also join our Discords, which are very active in there. So if you chat, want to say hi, we are in there to say to answer any questions that you might have regarding our professional lives. If you call it our job professional, we are just an aspiring indie studio, an indie game studio. So there you go. I'm not gonna rumble anymore on my words because I'm getting tired. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.